Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Back today on the first day of Morrowind with my first actual Morrowind build video. No more theories. No more. I think this is going to work. I played this for quite a few hours today. I feel very strong in it. It's very powerful. I think it's a very good setup for Battlegrounds. I think it's good. That's all I'm going to say. This is going to be a build using proc sets. If you're not a fan of proc sets, that's fine. I understand. I have a love-hate relationship with them. I understand people want them because they're in the game and they're a variety, but at the same time, they're a little too strong. I dueled my buddy yesterday, and I ran a couple no proc setups, and then I ran, just 5-piece Viper, and I felt like I was doing about 50% more damage. No CP with the way it is. They're going to have to tweak things. I think a lot of the changes they've made are very good. They still need to make a few more tweaks in that direction to reduce some of the damage of these sets and buff the flat damage. But in general, I'm very happy with the changes. I think this is a huge step in the right direction. Battlegrounds is a lot of fun. We're going to dive in, explain what I'm running and why. So. Stam NB, we're a Wood Elf. We're running Bow and 2H. With Battlegrounds the way they are, you have Domination, you have a rotating game of Domination, Capture the Flag, and Team Deathmatch. With Capture the Flag and Domination, you have movement speed. You need movement speed to bounce around from flag to flag. It really helps. It's nice to be fast. You can run movement speed pots, and you can run another setup, but in my opinion, Nightblade's biggest weakness out of all 5 classes is they don't have another form of healing. Like Stam Sorks have crit surge, Templars have minor mending, Stam DKs have major mending, Wardens have multiple heal over times, and then they also get major mending when they heal up somebody below 40% health. I can't remember what the passive is. I'll have to go look at it. But Nightblades are the only one that doesn't have that. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I think it helps for balance, but at the same time, that's one of our weaknesses. When you have DKs that can pull you out of stealth with spiked armor, when you can get pulled out of stealth with Inhale, with Talons, Caltrops, Hurricane, Streak, Curse, everybody has access to abilities that can pull you out of stealth. So you can't rely on stealth for your healing. So so because of that, we're running heavy armor. This is going to be a 5-piece heavy set to utilize the healing passives of heavy armor. We're running a bow because we want the movement speed from dodge rolling. We could use those other potions, but I want to use tripods so that when I take damage, I can pop a tripod, get a big burst of health. That's going to supplement some of the healing, which is what I was trying to explain basically. So on the back bar, we are running a Master's Bow, preferably defending or sharpened. Powered is not bad, increases your healing. This is where our vigor is. This is actually not a bad choice. Increases 301 weapon damage against targets affected by your poison arrow abilities. Your weapon damage is a lot lower in no CP, so this is actually quite a nice buff. Definitely best in slot in general for Stam classes if you're running a bow. On our front bar, we are running 5 Viper. Honestly, like I said, I dueled my buddy. My buddy's a very good dueler. Damage was just way better. And at the end of the day, I could send out builds and I could do I will come out with a couple no proc builds that I think are going to be good, but I don't have access to that gear yet. So until I get the gear, until I farm it, until I test it, I don't want to post those builds for you guys and then have you guys test them, farm for them, and then all of a sudden go, wow, that build sucks, and and then you don't have fun. Viper is a very good set. A lot of people are running Viper. You can supplement this with other things. You don't have to use Viper. You can use other. You could use Red Mountain if you want to use a proc set. You could use other stuff, but your damage is just better with Viper and no CP. Just the way it is. So. You can run poisons. You can run these damage health poisons. They're very good. They're very strong in no CP. It's a lot of pressure. You can run enchants, whether you run a weapon damage enchant, the poison enchant, whether you run the oblivion damage enchant. They're all very good. As far as gear goes, we're running 2 Troll King. Now, as I said before, Nightblade's biggest issue is healing. They increase the cost of vigor by 30%. We are wearing heavy armor with this setup to reduce the amount of incoming damage that we have. So we don't want to be casting vigor a whole lot. So this helps our sustain by not having to heal as much. So you could run another set here, but you heal more. I honestly find for sustain, Troll King is just better. One piece heavy for the 5-piece heavy, and then 1-piece light, all impenetrable if you can. This just works very well in a Nightblade. It gives us something that we don't have. Then as far as the other set goes, we are running 4 Eternal Hunt, all heavy on the body. So max stamina recovery, stamina recovery. We are running Acacios. We want more max stats. Don't care too much about the damage. Our damage is really coming from Viper, to be honest. This gives us a little bit more health, gives us a little bit more magicka, gives us a little bit more sustain to have Acacios. So we're running the Belt Viper and Impen, 4 heavy Eternal Hunt on the body, heavy Troll King helmet, and then a light for the 511 to maximize our stats. As far as jewelry and enchants go, 3 jewelry Viper, 1 reduced cost, 2 recovery. You can get away with one of these being weapon damage. As I said, like, I'm having no problem killing people right now with this setup. It's very good, so I'm going to keep it as is, but I definitely think that I could get rid of 1 or 2 of these enchants and put weapon damage on, and I would be just fine. Sustain is very good. Weevil, a couple of heavy attacks. It's very strong. As far as skills go, if you don't have this Master's Bow, you can put Eternal Hunt on the back bar. So you can run an Eternal Hunt bow, and then you'd have the 5-piece set, so when you dodge roll, you gain this rune that's on the ground that immobilizes people. That's a good 5-piece. However, like, I don't like that. You know, since I'm in heavy armor and I don't have, like, I have good recovery, but I don't have, like, infinite recovery. I'm not going to be dodge rolling a ton to put runes on the ground to try and kill people. I like the ability to just use the bow and get the weapon damage over the 5-piece dodge roll and hope somebody jumps into it and then they get hit with poison. So I'll probably craft a Eternal Hunt bow and try that as well, but you know, I like this idea better, just the flat 300 weapon damage on who I'm focusing. So I think that's better. As far as potions go, we're using tripods. Tripods are very good. Wow. We're using tripods right here. So we got tripods, give you a lot of health. We have movability potions on our bar in certain spots. Those are also very good. Detect pots, I haven't used them at all, to be honest. The games are so fast-paced that doesn't matter. As far as skills go, on our bow bar, it's very basic setup. We're running Shuffle, we're running Relentless Focus. You can slot Siphoning here. I like Relentless Focus. You get stamina recovery, and then you also get 8% more damage. This is very useful. This is just a very good skill. So I'm going to use this over Siphoning because it helps me hit a little bit harder. Shadowy Disguise, this is the better morph of the two. You get a guaranteed crit from stealth. Very, very strong in general. Poison Injection. This is our dot. This is what's going to work with the Master's Bow. This is going to give us our 300 weapon damage. It's a huge dot at low health targets, up to 260% more damage to enemies under 50% health. With healing lowered the way it is, this is actually very strong right now. Resolving Vigor, very good heal. And then Ballista for our ultimate. Ballista is just a very strong ultimate for taking out higher health targets. Honestly, I've been using in-cap more often than anything, but I would still keep this on the back bar for really trying to take somebody out like a healer that might have a little bit more health, multiple heal over time. It's a little bit more tanky. As far as skills on our front bar goes, we're running Reverse Slice, Ambush. You know, that gives us some power. I think that's still better than Critical Rush, Rally, Mass Hysteria, Surprise Attack, and an Incapacitating Strike. This ultimate's very good. Reduced healing, very strong. Yeah. So that's the setup right now. As I said, like, I've been playing it more or less all day. Very, very strong setup. Our full buffs on our back bar. If we buff up and everything. We have 24, 25 stamina recovery. If we take a potion, we have 27, 48 stamina recovery. We have 16, 68 weapon damage on the back bar. We are running Viper, so our weapon damage is going to look lower, but we're hitting hard. 1700 crit resist is very good. 29k stamina on the back bar with the bow. We're sitting around 22.5k, 22k health in no CP Battlegrounds. We are We are in a no CP campaign that currently has Emperor, so that's why our health's a little bit higher there. As far as our front bar goes, hold on, fully buffed up. Our front bar looks like this. We have 1963 weapon damage. Big difference from last batch, 28k stam. Like I said, 2700 stamina recovery. So that's the setup. As I said, it's very strong. I've been playing it all morning. I've got in team deathmatch, I got a 16-0 earlier today. I got an 11-1. I got a couple 10-3s. You know, like it's very strong. It's very strong in no CP. It's a very good setup. I'm going to use this to farm the other setup that I think is going to be just as good and use no procs. So that's the information I have for you guys for now. Hopefully you enjoy. If not, or whatever, take care. Have a nice day.